Great and great people. Great again. I'm here to give you some few information or an update on our S2 flight, which is in control right now. And I will tell you what is happening right now. Now, we've made some few catch ups and recoveries. Now, what do we say is recovery? You know, where we make such shuttles, where we make outlets for fuel consumption and control or production of speed. Now I'll tell you, I hope you all can see from that spot if it were one of those things you found in space and you are spotting with your telescopes and from that far distance, you see that main section or hole that have been made on top of this what? On top of our S2 MFAC core. Here is a reason why you keep yourself in an alert mode. You have to be very alert, conscious. You don't go drink. You don't go do things that will actually keep you out of state and proportion and in strength. You have to keep this going on and focus. If not, if there is a system now, I put or cite as an example. Should you have any vehicle or any engines made with a special exhaust control pipe, and you dare not go for maintenance when an exhaust burst or the mufflers burst, you know what will happen? The engine sound will go out of control and will produce louder sounds rather than how you made it to be in that silent mode. And it will also, with this, the speed, actually, when it happens like this, our system will be so much charged that it will only increase the speed with so much also disaster it will cause to. So with this, in these two things I have made, the name goes with its activities, as you all can see. You realize that the other one I hadn't actually given reports on such things, but I would have gotten up to do it in a different way. But this one, it's the second part I came. So this is the second part I'm showing you right now. I came the first time where I stood, it burst opened or it make a whole light shine like in the night you only see fire. You know what I say is fire? Like a cash of fire flame. Now as you see this, you can see the colors of the film. It will be very different as you can spot. It's only actually as it's open, it has made a hole or it's a kind of volcanic action. Even though in the other one we mentioned volcanic action, but it hasn't been this stage. We made certain things in a silence from the other one. But this particular one had this old system and newness put together working for greatness. I've been here just a couple of minutes ago, and why am I here? It is a spiritual call. That's why I came. So I have only come to meet it two times, even though I have had to, work on all that I would, but I have seen it again. Now you can see the fumes that is coming from this port very much. And if I didn't control or close this part, it will work so well. But do you know what happened? It will create so many, things that you don't even expect. The expectation of keeping this according to how it has been what created will be what will safely, land on whatever. As a flight, you have to keep all things in correction, connection. You test this, test that, and all of that. You don't wait till you get to that stage where you need help before you begin to test it. As you move all along with what? First aid, tools box, everything, working, test here, checking, correcting error, clearing errors, restarting some, you know what I'm saying. I don't have to go to any aviation school or any manufacturing school to tell you what I'm saying. It is the ability of the spirit to do. And that is why it is able to teach what it's saying live before you. So here, we're actually going to seal it. Yes, we're going to seal this side, because we want to allow the heat. You know what is happening there right now? It is happening, and there's so much heat. And the heat is to, keep this thing within. Yes, it will generate so much heat, or it is an intense kind of energy or system or pressure over there. Now, if I didn't close it, it will do this as you are saying it, but it will cause so many loss also inside there. Yes, I told you any little opening without our main intention will do what? Will cause what we don't expect. Even though it will charge up and speed up the process and do well, but as you think is well, it will only do its own kind of what? It will be well according to what it has also predestined to be well, not as I define it. So I am doing it as I define it. Now you see this side, checking. As I came here, all these things just beginning to happen because I've arrived here at the right time when they gave me a call. But it's a spiritual call they gave. Nobody pick up any cell phone to call me or give me a call to tell me what is happening here. I have been in a different house or my other house or home to do what I have to over there, and I did it. So all these actions or activities tells you how dangerous it is for you to have a flight in that mode or flight control. If you do not take care of what is taken care of, maybe your expectation of the Lord, it will go out of what proportion. And you end up seeing it the way you didn't expect. But at this moment, you can see the beautiful colors of this very films or particulate coming up from it. You realize that this side, the color will be different. The films of this will be different. And from this side, very different because that is where the main thing is focused on. How we can see that? So I came at the right time and I didn't give you one thing. So you see this side. When you begin to realize all this breaking in and shaping or resampling a kind of activity that you actually did not create, but it is naturally or supernaturally supposed to create. That's why I told you anytime there's so much power or pressure underneath something, expect that if there's no explosion, then there'll be what? Maybe what you didn't actually design. But we have designed it to fit every condition. And you expect anything to happen but having what? Safe or safety guards or whatever. You heard what I'm saying. If you are in that flight and you are out of what control, there are many other things that you will do to keep it in shape, or you cause an exit or force it to land where you don't even have to land. But making sure you are putting 99 into consideration minus one, the captain's command. I hope you get what I'm saying. You can be on that and let it not fail. So we are actually not fake here. We are not fake because we are telling you what the real activity is. We are telling you what is actually before you. Do I mention in reality? You know, when I'm saying actually, you have to know that I'm talking about reality. I cannot place any word other than reality because I'm telling you about what is so original. That is why. So if I tell you actually, in reality, and all of that, and I'm using the word interchangeably with my own command, don't judge because you are not the English master. I am the English master myself. That's why I'm showing you the works or the master's work. You cannot tell anybody you are a master, then cook with your own fire. Don't cook anywhere with the kind of fire that makes something hot or bubble or boil up. If you're a master, you have something else. But once you create something and you still have a character of fire activities, then there is a master already. You won't be the master. How we get it? So we are only focused on this particular thing. If not, we are just making a headway, but it won't be as expected. I'm only giving an update because we told you this will happen live as we put in fire, and in that darkness we made a fire, and you saw it, and you've loved it so far, and the speed. Look at the pressure that it's causing right there. You see the plant, you can see it. Everything is in that command. And air is this same thing. It's also producing it. So what you see in here is producing air. Let's see if we can go in or deep into it. Do you find something? What do you see? You see a hole or a kind of trench that you didn't make here. But naturally or supernaturally, we are seeing it. So the film up here is bluish, like you can see from the heaven. Whatever is coming up or happening here, you must also see it in the heavens. Because I told you whatever I'm doing on this low, it should be also on the high. And whatever is determined of the high should be also on the low. So that if it's not connecting there, we said no, there's no network and error. We make sure we drive everything unnecessary out and we get to what? Establish that connection is of the Lord. So what is happening here is what is happening also in the world somewhere. Because even as I'm guiding and also making sure things are in that order of configuration, we are saying it's never failed. Thank you. I would be working and I'm here to do what I have to. And that's why I'm here. So you can't do this and say you are a drunk and you are just anyhow. No, what you are creating, focus on that. If I have this to create this, I will might need it at the end of the day. You go to your church or belonging a church or religion somewhere and you didn't see me there, it doesn't make me what you are praying against. I have work to do. You don't have work yet. Maybe you are not looking for it. Look for it well, that your answers may be practicals, not hearing hearing and pouring out nothing. I dare you not try anything that is not of the Father who created the world. So we are good and cool to go. We told you everything here will be like that. Did we not set fire into this? Did we only have to go there and preach it somewhere so that whether somebody did it or not, we have gone only to preach it? That's nothing like that. Talking is a preaching. Now, what's the information or like putting on a guide? Oh, put this, cut this, do this. All this becomes practical. But I'm not just saying, and I cut, or you cut, and we didn't see anything being cut, and I arrange, and you arrange, and we didn't see anything being arranged. We are not we are not here for that kind of school. That school is not here. So I'm getting more calls, information, and that's it. The right flight of the Lord has always been. And make sure you follow the right flight of the Lord. So we don't have to waste time and any more time, but to do what? Cover it. Now, what do you cover it? You have these green leaves and plants, and only gather just a little of it or volume of it that can go in there, and then you just chalk it. So if your exhaust pipe or your exhaust pipe is just out of what? Command, it will surely produce unbearable noise. Or it will consume it will consume fuel in that way you didn't expect. Even though that shouldn't happen, but one way or the other, it will make sure something go out like unbearable noise. Yeah, you know what I've said. So let's get to do this, and nobody else can rule. Let it rule. This is ruling its own works in the world. They like that, but I am configuring it. I shut it down or keep it up on. So let's go on. Get to work now, busy, not by scheduling. Thank you.